Okay, plot twist, you guys. I was gonna show you a perfectly staged, beautiful home today, but the stagers decided to show up a little earlier, and so we're catching this gorgeous home on moving day. But it might be a little bit more fun and a different experience for you guys because you'll get a little bit of behind the scenes of a move out. This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with an extra media room in a neighborhood that's becoming quickly everyone's favorite due to its walkability, its vibrant nature, and all of the new amazing restaurants that are hitting this neighborhood downtown. And the best part is you get this all for $3 million. So I'm here in the inner park side, and you'll see shortly while the rest of the city is spending a lot more for cramped spaces, how much more bang for your buck you're getting in the inner park side. I'm Yesenia with the Krishnan team, and as a team, we've sold over $1 billion in real estate. And if you're enjoying our videos, please make sure to subscribe or check us out every Monday at 5 p.m. for a new video. So before we go in, I should say this because this is a really important part of the pricing and why this home exceeded the average comps and prices in the inner park side is because while it is technically the inner park side, it's really West Portal. Like, we are 2 blocks off of the downtown. And so really those blocks that are in West Portal or inner Parkside that hug about, I don't know, within 5 blocks of the downtown are really gonna sell for a different price. So really when you're comping this house, let's keep moving. So we were comping this house, it was really, really important to understand that and not only use inner Parkside comps. And we'll talk more about pricing in the West Portal and inner Parkside neighborhood. But without further ado, let's go on in. Okay. So this house was not completely. Okay, it went through an extensive renovation in 2024. At that time, the sellers added square footage. They updated the bathrooms, the kitchens, most of the finishes, most of the windows, and I'll walk you through all of that. But just for context, we helped them buy it in 2023 for $2 million. And at that time, it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house, just shy of 1,400 square feet. It was about 1,375 or so. So now this house is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,358 square feet. So they added about 1,000 square feet to it. And they did, in a minute, we'll talk about one of the rooms. They did trade off one of the rooms for another, and I'll give you a hint. The dining room is your hint. Okay, so we walked right in and you walk into an open floor plan. So these floors upstairs are actually the original floors. They did not redo the floors up here because the floors are beautiful and great shape. We did, however, refinish them for sale. But you know, you'll notice these little tiny nails. And so you don't really make this flooring like this anymore. And so these are, I think they're just like beautiful, old hardwood floors, but nicely refinished. And with refinishing, we also changed the color to neutralize it a little bit and give it a more modern look. Up here, the space was reimagined. And again, you know, as I mentioned, they did trade off one room for another. And so you could sort of see it in the flooring, how it isn't as cohesive, the patterns, right? And so you could tell for that reason, like there were some adjustments that were made. Okay, first thing that you'll notice and that I notice when I walk into this house in many homes is that natural light is really high on buyers' criteria lists. And so this home has windows on, like tons of windows. It's not a detached home, but you do have like some windows on the side of the house that are really gonna give it an abundance of natural light. And I love these windows. Like, this is my favorite thing, like these little arc windows that are just so classic and charming. And while the place was completely updated, they didn't take away those original details, which I think are beautiful. Okay, we're gonna watch our step because there's a little bit of a step down here. And so it's an open concept now. If you haven't guessed already, what one of the things that they sacrificed was a dining room for a 4th bedroom. And we'll talk about why that's so important in a minute, but let's just focus on this area for now. So You will notice that this area, I don't know if you're getting like the size of the living room in the video, but it's a really nice size. And like what I love about this home is the scale. It just feels grand and open and everything, nothing feels like cramped. So although they gave up a formal dining room, there was once a formal dining room in this house, there's really still ample space to have both, right? To have your dining room, and this is a 8-seater. You could really add 2 more chairs and make it 10. I also love the details around the fireplace. It is a wood burning fireplace. Again, more so decorative in San Francisco because there's like almost every day is a no burn day, but just a really nice centerpiece to the home. You could totally still put a TV over there if you wanted. I just think it's so charming, so beautiful. I love the windows, and it's such a great entertainment floor plan, right? Because you just like flow here, you're cooking, and you have this massive island, and there is still storage down there, which is nice, and it's deep enough to have like bar stools here where you could actually sit and hang out. But this island is so freaking huge. Like, just imagine having a party here and you have your charcuterie boards and your wine set up and everything is just like flowing really nicely. No one feels left out because you're cooking in the kitchen. You have this massive, so you have really nice appliances, this massive fridge here. So if you like to cook, not a shortage of storage everywhere. So these could serve as like 2 pantries, right? There's cabinetries that go all the way up and down on either side. You got a nice quartz countertop. You have this amazing like farm sink that's really deep. Your dishwasher here, it's all KitchenAid, and then you do have 6-burner range here with a double oven. And again, as I mentioned, the house is not detached, but there's some space in between the homes here where you have these light wells. So you're just gonna get more light coming through the house. What's also really amazing about this floor plan is that it offers so much flexibility. And I think that's why, another reason why it really outperformed the comps. So location and the floor plan was like, this home really checked off all those boxes. Some of the windows were changed in the house, but a lot of the original like wood windows are still, wood frame windows are still intact, but they, you know, a lot of times these windows like are sticky and they're painted shut, but these are nice. So you have a little bit of air space in between the home on either side. Again, it's not fully detached, but it just offers some more windows on either side. All of the bathrooms were redone, as I mentioned earlier, and you do have AC, although you don't really need AC in Westport, but it's kind of nice. It's on a heat pump system, which does both heating and cooling. On warmer days, like maybe the month of September, you might use it. And so that's a really nice feature. You have all updated electrical, and if you've been following San Francisco real estate, you know that knob and tube is a big deal right now for insurance purposes, and people are just sort of afraid, think it's, you know, there's just a lot of talk about knob and tube right now, but you've got all updated Romex electrical throughout the house. That was one thing that they did do as part of the renovation. So really nice recessed lights throughout. Okay, we'll keep on going. So that's your powder, which is really nice to have. So the 4 bedrooms was huge, right? Because it offers flexibility. And what I noticed is that this home was really, really popular. It sold in like 11 days. And it sold with multiple offers. We had about 7 offers on it. And most of the people that were offering on the home and visiting the home really valued having a flexible, like additional space and a 4th bedroom for extended family stays, or if you had kids and you wanted to move around or you wanted to be on the same level. This is another reason why staging is so important, you guys, because rooms look so much smaller without staging. And you just don't get the feel, right? When you walk into a stage home, it just feels, it just something about like you can envision yourself living there. It feels warm, the rooms look bigger, like you could kind of picture yourself how you're gonna sleep in the rooms and use the furniture and so forth. So this is one of the bedrooms. There is a closet there as well. There was really nothing to be done in terms of renovating the home, like literally just bring your furniture and clothes and you're moving right in. Here is one of the full bathrooms on this level, and so 2 of the bedrooms will share this bathroom here. So you've got a nice deep tub here, and then behind this door here you do actually have a walk-in shower. I feel like there's a good mix of people who like tubs and hate tubs, and so there's always this like big conflict that people have when they're, anyway, you can have it all here, clearly. Okay, so this is one of the other cool things I was gonna tell you guys about, was that you actually get 2 options for a primary ensuite in this house, and this is one of them. I would personally use the other one because you'll see in a minute all the reasons why. But this could serve really well if you did have a setup where you needed to be, people who have younger kids, they want to be on the same level as them. But as they get older, they're really like, oh, I couldn't be further away, right? So this house has 2 options to do that. So if you are a buyer, or if you do have kids and you, for one reason, want to be on the same level as them, for one reason or another, you have that option, right? So this is one of the primary ensuites with an attached bath. It does have, so all the finishes throughout the house are very modern, very clean and timeless, and so you have a nice sizable walk-in shower here. Again, you have like windows throughout. So these windows were updated, and then these windows in the back here were also updated. And so these rooms also look out to the backyard. That was one of the things that our clients did do. They redid the yard. So basically what they redid is the backyard, the bathrooms, the kitchen, flooring downstairs, like walls, electrical, plumbing, kind of the unsexy stuff that you're not seeing, but are important in a home. And so you have nice decent sized windows here. These are updated windows, and I'll show you in a minute a really cute thing about this house in the backyard. This was a king bed, and you have 2 sizable nightstands here and a really nice sized dresser. So it's a sizable room. There's a closet here. Again, you'll see why in a minute why you probably would want to use downstairs as your primary. But another nice little feature that you get in these more modern homes is that, like, when they're thinking through the renovation, they're really thinking about how they're gonna live in the house. And so a lot of people do like TVs in their rooms, and so they'll install, like an outlet and a cable outlet behind, like high up here, and that's meant to just so you can mount a TV. Okay, here's another bedroom. Because this house had 4 bedrooms, we could play with the rooms a bit, and so we had this stage as a kid's room with 2 queen beds in it. It was really cute, you guys. We're gonna do some B-roll over it, so like you'll get to see what all the house really looked like, but it was very charming. Again, nice windows throughout. All of these windows are updated. A lot of them have these shades as well. So these are the blackout shades, which are nice when you want to sleep in. And then you do have, again, a closet in this room. All the bedding from the staging here. And then we're not done yet. So we have a lot more house to see, you guys. And then I'm super excited to show you, if you're not like an amazing cook, but you love food and you're a foodie, like stay tuned, because there's some amazing restaurants that are within walking distance that we'll show you. Go downstairs, I'll tell you why this neighborhood in this house like outperformed the comps. Because again, mostly it's the location and its walkability to West Portal. And quite frankly, the house had pretty much everything that someone in this neighborhood and price point is looking for, right? It had the 4 bedrooms, the extra flexible like media room, TV room, entertainment room, whatever you want to call it. You do have a full size side-by-side washer and dryer. And then the floors that they have down here are different from upstairs. These they did add during the renovation. So this area here is like the additional flexible space. This is a wet bar here that you see. I hope you can see. There is a mini fridge down here, and then these are all the cabinets here. So this could be a nice setup for like a bar, or like a bar and a coffee station. Because you do, like, someone could really just like have a little, like, be down here. So if you had extended family stays, there's a full bedroom, a full bathroom, a living room space, and this wet bar space that could be converted to like a small kitchenette. And there's access directly through. So you don't have to go upstairs. If you wanted to go out, you could go out through either the tradesway or the garage, right? So again, this is also very desirable to have another like area where you could come hang out and watch movies or play games or have a party. And you don't, or you know, some people don't like TVs in their living room, and so you can have it here in your second living room. And it's beautiful because it's all, you're coming down, but you're well above grade. And so you still have the same amount of natural light as you're getting upstairs, and you flow straight out to your backyard, right? So that's also really nice, is like accessibility to the yard is really important in a lot of these homes, especially as you creep up in price point. But I'd say that this house sold definitely at the top of what the inner Parkside sells for at $3 million, but it certainly didn't sell. It's not the most expensive house in the general area. So when you look at West Portal comps, you know, those comps are selling anywhere on average for the last year. The average the median price was 2.8, but you know, homes sold all the way to 3,900. The average like square footage for the home was anywhere like about 2,600 to like 3,200. This home was smaller than that average. It was more in line with what the average home size is in Parkside, inner Parkside proper, which is about 2,100 square feet. So it outperformed. Certainly, if you're looking at only inner Parkside comps, it is a more expensive house for this neighborhood because the average price point in inner Parkside is about 2.1, and I feel like the homes mostly cap out around like that 2.5 to 2.6 marker. But this is why it's really, really important to work with an agent who does a lot of business and really understands the nuances of the neighborhood. Because when I was, you know, getting calls on this listing, there was a lot of folks who were really scratching their head at like, is this gonna sell for 2.5? I know it's not because of like the finishes and the size and what your sellers did. But I'm like finding trouble getting past 2.5 in the inner Parkside. And so really having to educate people that this is technically inner Parkside, but it's really not. Like you really have to be using West Portal comps because that is essentially what it feels like. And we're like about 2 blocks away from the walking corridor and all the amazing stuff in the neighborhood. So really important that people understood that, and that so the house sold accordingly. Right, so it sold higher than the inner Parkside comps, but not quite as high as West Portal can actually withstand. Okay, so moving on. And so we sold, just for context, at $1,272 a square foot. The average in the inner Parkside is just shy of 1,000. But when you look at West Portal, a lot of those homes are selling, and there were several homes selling in that like mid 1,200 range. When this house sold in 2023, when it was 1,375 square feet, it sold at almost $1,500 a foot at $1,454. But bear in mind that smaller homes are always going to sell for a higher price per square foot, especially a house in this immediate location. Okay. So we are in the second option for a primary ensuite. As you can see, this room is like very sizable, king bed. You've got nightstands, dressers, view of the backyard, so really nice light here. And then, you know, if you like to shop and you have a lot of shoes and clothes, you probably would be using this as your primary suite because you have 2 options for a closet here on either side. They're pretty decent size, and if you can peek in here, a little laundry. So you have dual closets. Okay, also another reason why you will probably want to use this as your primary ensuite, because you can see the bathroom is also larger. It does have dual sinks and like double vanities essentially. Well, not essentially, just double vanities. Well, kind of attached, but they're dual. And then 2 mirrors, and then, shut the toilet. I told you it's a moving site, you guys. And then a nice, sizable walk-in shower here. I was like, okay, this is definitely a moving site because there's this ladder. You know what? I guess what it was is they were using it as decorative to hold like your towels. That's what it was. So this is the second option for a primary ensuite. And then we're not done yet. We still have more to see. Let's go outside first and then we'll, so I think that, you know, this backyard is really nice. You have these beautiful trees. It kind of feels private when you're down here. And it's sizable and you have like these different moments. I think there's still a lot more room to like spruce it up if you wanted to. Like if you had a dog and you needed a grassy area, like you could make one of these areas like a grassy area and keep a hardscape area for like outdoor entertaining for a table and like sofas and stuff. Okay, so you have this nice little shed here. It could be the timeout room for somebody. So we're gonna B-roll this because how cute is this little house? We had this stage as a like kids little playhouse where there was like an area to do homework and art and a little bed set up over there. It's just such a cute little structure. But you could also make it like a storage. It could also be storage. It could be like, you know, where you hold all your gardening stuff, your office. I don't know, you could do so much with it. It's a little tight office, but let's go see, last but not least. You're probably wondering what the sellers spent on this renovation. They bought it for $2 million. They spent about $900,000 on the renovation, which is probably overspending. We sold for $3 million, and so you do the math. There's also selling costs of about 8 to 9% in San Francisco, and so they didn't quite make out financially, but it was a project, you know, like they wanted to get their son's feet wet in renovating. They are a family of, like, they'd done this before. I do believe the son was intending to be here much longer than he was. But anyhow, if you were wondering the cost of the cost of construction to get it from what it was to this, they spent about $900K. Which when you do the full square footage makes it around $400 a square foot, which actually seems low. Okay, but you have to factor in what they paid for it, right? Okay, so this is the garage. Nice finished walls in the garage. This is like a heat pump system that I was telling you about that does both AC and heating, and it is central heat, right? This is a tankless water heater, and then you do have a EV charger here. The garage is pretty wide, but it was a bit short, and that was something that, you know, people had a lot of questions about, like would it fit most size cars? It does, it's just a little tight, but that's a San Francisco thing, y'all. Okay, this is just a tradesway, so there's another entrance here to the side of the house that will take you to the backyard. So it is kind of nice to have these like tradesways, because then you have a good place to store your garbage bins. And then if you have a gardener who's doing work, they don't need to go in the house. They could just go this way. And then straight outside. Now, we will show you how close you are to downtown West Portal. That's really, really, really becoming such a destination for all of the city. I grew up in San Francisco, and I can tell you that, like, growing up here in the Bernal Heights neighborhood, like as an SF native, I'll tell you that you actually don't know many neighborhoods, because you tend to kind of hang out and be in the areas that you go to school and you grow up in, and you don't really leave, especially when you're younger, until you start to, you know, get older and you start exploring the neighborhood, different neighborhoods on your own. But like West Portal is one of those that, like, for a long time that I didn't even know really existed, probably until I went to college. And now it's becoming a part of town where people actually are coming to have dinner at Elena's, Little Original Joe's, George's, which is like a super cute, chic coffee shop, lunch spot, donut shop. So there's so many things that are like coming to the West Portal downtown, where people from all over the city are actually coming to make reservations to hang out here. And all of these are actually like not super easy to get a reservation. Like there's sometimes lines out the door for these places. So it's kind of really fun to see what's happening in the neighborhood. So this concludes the tour of a non-stage house. You got to see it in its truest form. We're closing escrow on this house. It was an all-cash offer, who ultimately won the house. We had like a 10-day close with the holidays. We just finished Labor Day. We're closing here soon. I'm gonna be sad to leave it because it's such an amazing house. And I'm just loving the weather today because it is not typically like this. All right, guys, thanks for coming along with me today and being patient with me as I winged it a little bit today. Landry and I were like, WTF, when we saw the movers here. But hopefully we made it work. And if you enjoyed this video or want to know more about the Inner Parkside or West Portal neighborhoods and how they differ, or just want to know about other neighborhoods in San Francisco where you could get more bang for your buck, feel free to call, text, or email anytime. Or if you're enjoying our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.